second grade. New school, new people. I was probably the only kid in the whole school that had to take medication, except for like one girl who had cancer and the retarded kids. I mean, not saying that disrespectfully, but just, you know, the mentally handicapped kids. I was the only person of my class, my grade, any grade in my school. I guess in regular classes it still had to take medication. So, that sucked. Because, I was the weird guy, or the weird kid that had to take medication. And I was always kind of like, I don't know, quiet and passive. People weren't a problem, you know. I was a kid, so it was just like your immediate kid reaction is to talk to people. But, you know, a lot of times that end result for me was just like being picked on, or, you know, or just maybe even having someone to talk to, or someone to bullshit with, or, you know, whatever you do when you're kids. But it was always like, I don't know, it was always like in my face, always, and it was always a topic with everybody. I mean, just, it was never like everyone would find out at once. Everybody would find out at a different time. So I'd get it like all throughout the year. You take medicine? Why? What's wrong with you? Blah, blah, blah. So, it's a lot of weird shit to try and explain to kids in this fucking second and third grade, you know, at that age. I mean, I understood what it was about because I had it, and, you know, the doctors, what they've said, and I had a fucking mind for myself, I could say, enough to understand what was going on at that time. So, you know, it was more like, it was really weird to explain to anyone else, because who the fuck else knew, you know, had any clue? No one knew about like, nobody really, in my school or area or anything, knew much about attention deficit disorder or Ritalin or its effects or anything like that. And the thing was that the Ritalin made my tics act up a lot more. Just like a lot of extra blinking and face movement. Just, I don't know. But I still managed to befriend people and whatever, you know, make it through. I never got beat up or no shit like that, so that's always good. The thing is, yeah, I mean, through the years, probably about 5th grade, by that time everybody kind of knew what was up, so there were still those who poked fun, and then there was those who were just whatever that I didn't know, and then there were people who I had befriended for that time, so I can't really, I mean, it was still all weird, and it was still just strange to fucking have that feeling all the time, just in thought, also in my head. Just, man, I'm the only fucking one here. Nobody else is like this. Nobody else knows I'm the different one to everybody. So, you know, it was kind of harsh, you know, but it was livable, I suppose. I never fucking complained or nothing like that. I just took it how it was. Like I said, I'm pretty passive, so I just let it fly. And it's like middle school, I guess, since I was getting older, and, you know, start thinking for myself. I've done my own research on my issues and things like that. But let's start there, because that's a good thing. I was ever so lucky to be taken to these fucking meetings with my guardians, and it was meetings about a.d.d, people with it, and shit like that. And it was still kind of at the point where it wasn't a big thing. I mean, I was still the only person in my school, diagnosed, or anything like that. I was really still the only person at about middle school. So, I went to some weird fucking seminar where the Stan the man, whatever the fuck his name is, the baseball pitcher who overcome his a.d.d. Tourette's and blah blah. And he's a pitcher, man. All right, that was like that was like the overall theme for the introduction and everything. I mean, I was playing on their TV, and they had a couple of speakers come up and other older people who were managing with their a.d.d. and things like that, and it's pretty weird. I mean, I felt that made me feel so weird that I would have to go to something like that. Like, my guardians took me to this, like, to me, I was just, wow, 'cause the people, all the other people there, my age, older, younger, were, like, really fucked up. Some of them, you could just, like, I felt, wow, I was like, whoa, I am, like, fucking weird, but these people are way weirder than me, or something, I mean, I don't know. I have a feeling that most of those people were probably the kids that, had to be huddled away in special classes and had their lunches 2 hours early or whatever. It was just so weird. And that was another thing, like that, and the therapy was just another thing that really just grinded that shit into me. And it was just like a constant, fuck you, this is, you got problems, haha, look at you, you're the only one, kinda.
Everybody says you're no good, 'cause you don't do like they think you should. You expect them to act like you. Do you expect them to expect you to act like them? You expect to see.
Greatest memory I have of that dorky little seminar thing I went to was in the middle of some guy talking, this girl, like 2 rows behind me, I do believe she was retarded, she stood up in the middle of this man talking and said, "Oh, damn it, I just shit my pants." And, I mean, anywhere else, that would have created intense laughter. But it was so weird. It was like the quietest room ever, and I had to hold myself from laughing. And I don't know. That was just weird. So, anyhow, going about middle school, that's where they had to have these meetings with my guardians. And to explain to them my issues, my medication, and that I have to take medication at lunchtime. So I'd have to visit the school nurse, yeah, so that started out middle school, right down the crapper, also.